Now this has made me a better artist faster than any other course or teacher out there. And it's my iPhone, but it could be any smartphone. So you're looking at your painting and you're thinking, you know what, something's really off on this painting. It doesn't look right, but I can't tell what it is. Well, that's because you have such a close connection with this painting. You've been working on it for a long time, and you've lost that ability to kind of disconnect and get objective views of your work. So do you have the same problem? Can you not mentally or physically disconnect from your painting? Do you not see the mistakes sometimes? Well, if you do, let me know in the comments below. I'd like to hear it. All throughout history, artists have run into the same exact issue. It's a phenomenon that has been part of painting from the very beginning, from the onset of artists trying to make representational work. Artists get attached to their work, and I'm not talking about sentimentally, I'm talking about visually. Our brains get so used to seeing what we've done that we can't see any of the errors any longer. We have to find ways to separate ourselves from the art to get a better understanding of it, to see its faults in some way. And by seeing its faults, improve. It's the reason why you see artists step way back away from their artwork. They want to get a better understanding. They want to get a broader picture. This is called the 33 and 3 rule, where the painting should work at 3 feet as well as 33 feet away from it. There have been artists in the past that have used smoked glass to create a very dull reflection and then look at the painting in that reflection to try and actually get away from the painting, to see the faults and values in the painting. You'll see many artists actually turn their painting upside down so they can get disconnected from it and get an objective look at the accuracy in their work. Here's an example of an artist actually using a mirror to flip the image horizontally, kind of get a mirrored image of the painting and try to get a different view of the painting that way. You could use the mirror to flip the painting vertically and horizontally. Now, there's also squinting at your work. This is another way to get away from your painting. Get an objective view of it. Oh, I think I got a headache. Oh. You know, the artists in the past did all these strange techniques and not so strange techniques to try and get away from their painting. Not only physically, but mentally, because the more you work on something like this painting here, you have this mental connection to it that it's really hard to break. You end up not being able to see the forest for the trees. You can't see the faults in it any longer. So we step away from the painting physically to actually make it smaller so we can focus on the bigger shapes in the painting, the composition, and through that, through all the techniques like looking through a mirror, looking through smoked glass, we can get a better understanding of value, drawing, color, composition, perspective, proportion. Everything about the painting will really help us out when we can disconnect from it. It's so important to be able to, while you're in the moment, disconnect away from your painting. That way you can see those mistakes and then correct them before it's dry and you have to do it all over again. But now we can do all that stuff a lot quicker and easier with our cell phones. With any smartphone, you can quickly and easily get away from your painting, get that objective view of it, and see any mistakes or problems that you have quickly, wherever you are. As long as you have your smartphone in your pocket, you can pull it out and you can get a better understanding of your painting. So here is one wonderful way you can do it. I'm on my iPhone here and I'm looking at the painting, and I can open up this little tray and then look for filters. These little 3 icons down here, and I'll show better pictures of it. Little 3 icons, and you get all of these little things you can change. You can go to dramatic or dramatic cool, dramatic warm, but what we want is mono. So this is wonderful. I can actually look at my painting real time in black and white and get a huge understanding of where I am on values. Are my values off? Are they too dark? Are they too light? Is the form described well? All in an instant. And then I'm back to painting. The other thing you can do is just snap a quick photo of your painting and then analyze it on your phone. It's like stepping 33 feet away from your painting and getting an objective view from far away. And if that's not enough, you can take the photo and actually edit it inside of the phone itself. Like for example, I could edit it and then go to saturation here on the iPhone and remove all the saturation here. Or I could make multiple edits. Let's say I want to see what this painting looks like if it's a bit warmer or a bit cooler. Really change the temperature of the painting. Get an understanding of where I can take this painting next, all within seconds on your phone. The other thing I really like is if you have the reference on your phone as well, you can flip back and forth from the reference to the painting and do a direct comparison between the two. This is a wonderful way to see any of the mistakes you may have. So are you working on a drawing or a painting right now? If you are, pull out your smartphone. I know you have one, everyone has them now, and begin analyzing your painting or your drawing or whatever you're working on and see if you can improve it. See if you can find those mistakes. See if you can find something that you can change with your painting to make it even better. So don't underestimate the power of your iPhone or any smartphone, because with it, while you're painting, you can easily and quickly get objective feedback on your work and close that feedback loop really quickly by looking at it, analyzing, learning, and getting better. This is one of the most powerful things that you can do with your art right now. But that's not the only way that you can use your smartphone to get better fast. What you can do is watch this video right here on how to use your smartphone to keep track of your daily art, and you can use that to improve super fast. I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know in the comments below, and I will answer every single one personally. Have a wonderful week.